What if I told you that one of the most powerful methods to restore leg strength, especially if you've been experiencing sluggishness, weakness, or growing fatigue, doesn't originate from the gym or a medication, but from your very own kitchen? Now, I know what you might be thinking. Another complicated diet or a long list of expensive, hard-to-find ingredients. But the secret I'm sharing today is much simpler than that. It's not just a food, it's a method. A way to weave these powerful foods into the life you already live, almost without thinking about it. I call it the habit anchor method, and it's the key to making healthy changes stick without the stress and confusion. In this video, I'm going to show you how to attach tiny new leg-strengthening habits to 6 simple routines you already do every single day. And you will definitely want to stick around until the very end for the 6th and final anchor. It's a comforting evening ritual that does more than just help your muscles. It nourishes the very foundation of your joints, which is the secret to staying stable and pain-free for years to come. So, why is this habit anchor method so effective, especially when other attempts to build healthy habits might have felt so difficult in the past? It's because we are not trying to create a brand new routine from scratch. That takes a lot of mental energy and willpower, and let's be honest, our willpower can run low. Instead, we are cleverly attaching a new, tiny action to a habit that is already locked in place, something your brain does on autopilot every single day. Think of it like adding one healthy ingredient to a recipe you already know by heart. Your brain doesn't fight the change because it feels small and familiar. The beauty of this is its incredible simplicity. I'm not going to ask you to make complicated recipes or completely change your lifestyle overnight. Each action I'm about to share is small, quick, and powerful. The goal is to give you tools you can use the moment this video is over to start building stronger legs today. All right, are you ready? Let's dive into our very first anchor, which is tied to the first thing many of us do every morning. Our first habit anchor is tied to that essential first glass of water in the morning. While you're at the sink filling your glass, here is the new simple action. Reach into your refrigerator, take out 2 eggs, and place them in a small pot on the stove to boil. So why is this small action so important? What's really happening inside your body when you do this? Let's think of your body like a car that's been parked overnight. The engine is cold. That first glass of water is like putting the key in the ignition. But to actually start the engine and get it running, you have to turn the key. The nutrient choline, found abundantly in egg yolks, is what turns the key for your muscles. Choline is the raw material your body uses to create a vital neurotransmitter called acetylcholine. This is the specific chemical messenger that carries a command from your brain directly to your muscles, telling them to move. Without enough of it, your muscles can fail to respond properly, leading to that feeling of instability or weakness. Just 2 whole eggs provide over 300 milligrams of choline. To put that in perspective, that's more than 50% of the recommended daily intake for an adult man and over 70% for an adult woman. And here's an amazing extra benefit. This same messenger, acetylcholine, doesn't just work on your muscles. It's also vital for what experts call cognitive clarity. This means it helps keep your mind sharp for daily tasks, like staying focused during a conversation with a loved one, or more easily recalling details from a book you're reading. So as you support your physical strength, you're also nourishing your mental sharpness. But the power of this habit doesn't stop there. Beyond the wake-up signal, eggs provide the building blocks for the muscles themselves. Eggs are a complete protein source, meaning they have all 9 essential amino acids needed for muscle repair. 2 large eggs give you around 12 grams of this high-quality protein. For an average older adult, that can be up to 20 to 25% of your daily protein needs, helping to fight back against age-related muscle loss. Finally, think of eggs as providing a fantastic support crew of vitamins. They contain vitamin D, which is critical for helping your body absorb the calcium needed for proper muscle contractions. While sunlight is our best source, 2 eggs can give you around 80 IU of vitamin D, which is about 10% of the daily recommendation for seniors. They also provide vitamin B12. The source material emphasizes that B12 works together with choline to support nerve health, ensuring that communication between your brain and muscles is smooth and efficient. For many seniors who may have difficulty absorbing B12, eggs are an excellent and easily digestible source. So look at what you've accomplished with one tiny action. By boiling 2 eggs while you get your morning water, you are turning the key for muscle activation, providing up to a quarter of your daily protein for muscle repair, and supplying a support crew of essential vitamins. Do you agree that making one good decision first thing in the morning helps set a positive tone for the rest of the day? If you do, I'd love to see you type "I agree" in the comments below. It's a great way to start our day together.
All right, let's move to our second anchor. This one is for all of you who enjoy a morning coffee or a cup of tea. The anchor is that quiet moment, those 1 or 2 minutes you spend waiting for your coffee to brew or your tea to steep. While you're enjoying that wonderful aroma, here is the new habit. Go to your pantry and get yourself a small handful, that's about 1 ounce, of raw, unsalted nuts. The source material we're referencing suggests a mix of almonds and walnuts is a fantastic starting point for muscle health. So why these nuts in particular? Let's start with the most common reason for leg cramps. If the choline from our first anchor is the go signal for your muscles, then the magnesium in these nuts is the essential relax signal. For a muscle to work perfectly, it must contract and then it must fully relax. A lot of those painful leg cramps happen because the muscle gets stuck in the on position and struggles to let go. Magnesium is one of the most critical minerals that helps your muscles receive that relax and release command. The research I'm citing indicates many seniors don't get enough magnesium, which can be due to reduced appetite or even as a side effect of certain medications, making them more prone to these cramps. That 1 ounce serving of almonds provides 77 milligrams of magnesium, which is 20% of your entire daily needs. But the benefits don't stop there. That same handful of almonds also gives you 200 milligrams of potassium, another crucial mineral for preventing muscle spasms. Based on the daily values provided in our source material, that 200 milligrams is nearly 6% of your daily potassium needs in just that small handful. Now let's talk about something happening even deeper inside your muscles: inflammation. The provided research highlights that chronic low-grade inflammation damages muscle tissue and makes seniors more prone to cramping and soreness. This is where the healthy fats in nuts come in to help. Walnuts are particularly celebrated in the research for being rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which are powerful anti-inflammatory compounds that help soothe this internal fire. The healthy fats in almonds also contribute by improving circulation, which means more oxygen and nutrients can get to your leg muscles, further reducing the risk of cramps. Now, while almonds and walnuts are excellent, the great news is that you have many wonderful options depending on your preference and what you have available. The key is variety. According to the research, you could also choose pumpkin seeds if you want to maximize your magnesium. Pumpkin seeds are the champion, containing a massive 168 milligrams per ounce. That's 40% of your daily needs in one go. Pistachios. If you want a potassium powerhouse, pistachios are one of the best choices, offering 290 milligrams per ounce. And cashews. These are another great source of magnesium and are noted for their healthy fats that specifically support good circulation. So think about that. In the 1 or 2 minutes you were waiting for your drink, you've grabbed a simple snack that tackles leg cramps from multiple angles. It provides the key mineral for muscle relaxation, it tops up your electrolytes, and it helps fight inflammation from the inside out, all tied to a habit you already have. If you're finding these simple, science-backed tips valuable, I'd be so grateful if you could take a moment to press the like button below. It's a small click for you, but it makes a huge difference in helping our community at The Simple Health grow.
We're now at our third anchor, a powerful one for everyone who has a daily routine of movement, whether it's a morning walk, some time spent in the garden, or even just light stretching. The anchor is the moment you're getting ready, putting on your walking shoes, grabbing your sun hat, or finding your gardening gloves. Here is the new habit you'll tie to that moment. About 90 minutes before you head out, drink a small glass, that's about 250 to 300 milliliters, or around 1 cup, of beetroot juice. So what makes this simple ruby red drink so effective right before activity? To understand this, I want you to imagine trying to water your garden with a kinked and narrow hose. No matter how good the soil or how much sun you have, the plants just won't get what they need to thrive. Our circulatory system can sometimes be like that kinked hose, restricting the flow of vital oxygen and nutrients to our leg muscles. Beetroot juice helps to unkink that hose. Here's how it works. Beets are naturally rich in compounds called dietary nitrates. When you drink the juice, your body cleverly converts these nitrates into a remarkable molecule called nitric oxide, or NO for short. The provided research explains that nitric oxide is the primary molecule that controls the widening and relaxing of your blood vessels. It acts like a traffic controller, opening up the highways of your circulatory system, which allows more blood, more oxygen, and more nutrients to rush directly to your leg muscles. This isn't just a theory, it's backed by compelling science. A fascinating 2015 study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology looked at this exact effect in older adults and found that participants who drank beetroot juice experienced significant increases in leg muscle power within hours of consumption. What's truly exciting is that the improvement was most significant in the fast-twitch muscle fibers. These are the very fibers that are crucial for quick, reactive movements, helping you maintain balance and potentially preventing falls. The benefits were so clear they could be measured in real-world activities. What does that mean for you? It means measurable improvements in things like walking speed tests, stair climbing ability, and perhaps most importantly, in chair stand tests. An improvement here translates directly to having an easier time getting up from a low sofa or out of the car. Here's another powerful metric from the research to make this even more effective. For an extra boost, you can combine the beet juice with about 20 minutes of light activity, like walking or light cycling. Movement itself is a powerful stimulator of nitric oxide production. So when you do this, you're creating a powerful 1-2 punch. The beet juice provides the raw materials, the nitrates, and the light activity signals to your body to maximize their conversion into performance-boosting nitric oxide. Now, a common question is about the sugar in beet juice. The research acknowledges this, but indicates that for most people, the performance benefits far outweigh this concern, especially since you're about to use that energy during your activity. The glycemic load is considered modest. So by anchoring a small glass of beet juice to your pre-activity routine, you're giving your body the tools to maximize blood flow, enhance muscle power, and support your stability right when it matters most. If you know someone, a friend, a family member, a neighbor, who loves to walk or garden but sometimes mentions feeling fatigued, consider sharing this video with them. This one simple tip could make a real positive difference in their daily life and enjoyment. All right. Our fourth anchor is tied to a very familiar feeling. That dip in energy around 3 or 4 in the afternoon, when lunch feels like a distant memory and dinner is still a long way off. This is the mid-afternoon hunger pang. Instead of reaching for cookies or a sugary snack, your new simple habit is to have a single-serving container of plain Greek yogurt. Now, this anchor introduces a new and powerful principle for leg strength that goes beyond just what you eat. It's about when you eat. The science I'm referencing here focuses on a process called muscle protein synthesis, or MPS. You can think of this as the on switch that tells your body to repair damaged muscle tissue and build new, stronger muscle. Every time you eat a protein-rich meal, you flip that switch on. Here's a challenge that happens as we age. Our muscles can become a little less responsive to protein. The scientific term for this is anabolic resistance. This means that even if we eat protein, our body might struggle to flip that muscle-building switch on as efficiently as it used to. A very common habit is to eat a light breakfast and lunch and then have a very large protein-heavy dinner. The research calls this protein stacking. The problem with this approach is that our muscles can only use a certain amount of protein for synthesis at one time, typically around 30 to 40 grams. Any protein you eat beyond that in one sitting doesn't go towards building more muscle, it's either stored or used as energy. This is where our simple yogurt snack becomes so powerful. An important 2014 study from the University of Texas looked at this exact issue. They compared a group that stacked their protein at dinner with a group that spread their protein intake evenly throughout the day, at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The results were astounding. The group that ate their protein evenly had a 25% higher rate of muscle protein synthesis than the group that ate most of their protein in the evening. By having a protein-rich snack like Greek yogurt in the afternoon, you are doing two things. First, you're providing another stimulus to flip that muscle-building switch on during a time it would normally be off. Second, you're helping to ensure you don't need an overly large portion of protein at dinner, allowing your body to use the protein you eat in the evening much more efficiently. Greek yogurt is well known for being packed with high-quality protein, making it the perfect tool for this strategy. So, by anchoring a simple Greek yogurt snack to that afternoon hunger pang, you are actively fighting back against anabolic resistance and turning your entire day, not just your evening, into a productive, muscle-supporting opportunity. If you believe in this philosophy of making simple, science-based changes for a healthier life, I'd like to personally invite you to subscribe to our channel, The Simple Health, and hit the notification bell. That way, you'll never miss a tip that could help you on your health journey. Our fifth anchor happens at a time of day when many of us are already in the kitchen. The moment you start preparing your evening meal. The anchor is when you take out your cutting board, perhaps to chop an onion or some carrots. As you begin your prep, here is the new simple habit. Open your refrigerator, grab a large handful, which the source material specifies as at least 1 cup of dark leafy greens, like fresh spinach or kale, and set it aside to add to whatever you're making. To understand why this is so crucial, we need to talk about an invisible challenge that the research I'm citing calls chronic low-grade inflammation. Think of it as a quiet, constant hum of irritation in the background of your body. It's not like the obvious acute inflammation you get from an injury. This is a systemic process that over time gradually diminishes muscle function, particularly in the legs. A 2020 study in the Journals of Gerontology made a powerful discovery. The researchers measured specific inflammatory markers in the blood of older adults, things like C-reactive protein, CRP, and interleukin-6. You can think of these markers as warning lights on your body's dashboard. They found that the higher these warning lights flashed, the more likely the person was to have decreased muscle mass and strength, even when their diet and activity levels seemed fine. This inflammation actively undermines your muscles by damaging their tiny energy factories, interfering with the muscle-building process, and even weakening the nerve signals that tell your muscles to fire. But here is the good news. One of the most effective tools for extinguishing this silent fire is right there in your produce drawer. Dark leafy greens like spinach, kale, and chard are tremendously effective because they contain an army of beneficial compounds. The source highlights key players like polyphenols, chlorophyll, magnesium, and nitrate compounds, all known to support your body's ability to cool down these inflammatory pathways. The research specifically spotlights a powerful polyphenol in kale and mustard greens called quercetin. Think of quercetin as a highly skilled firefighter that can directly block the production of inflammatory signals like IL-6. Now, here is the data-driven timeline the research provides. A 2019 study in Frontiers in Pharmacology confirmed that daily consumption of these quercetin-rich foods can lead to a measurable drop in those inflammation markers in your blood within a specific time frame, 2 to 4 weeks. And when might you start to feel a difference? The source suggests that in as little as 10 to 14 days, you could notice benefits like less day-to-day discomfort and more stable energy. It's incredibly easy to add that 1 cup of greens to your meal. You can toss spinach into a soup or pasta sauce in the last few minutes of cooking. You can sauté kale with a bit of olive oil. And here's a pro tip from the research to get the most benefit. Pairing these greens with a healthy fat like olive oil or avocado helps your body absorb their fat-soluble antioxidants. By anchoring this simple handful of greens to your dinner prep, you are actively working to cool down the silent inflammation that could be undermining all your other efforts to get stronger. And this brings us to our 6th and final anchor, the one I asked you to stick around for. This one isn't just about the muscles, it's about the very foundation they are built upon.
We've spent the day providing our bodies with signals and building blocks for our muscles. This final habit is different. It's about nourishing the very foundation that our muscles are built upon, our joints, ligaments, and all the connective tissues that allow for strong, stable, and pain-free movement. The anchor is your evening wind-down routine, that moment you settle onto the couch to watch a favorite show or get into your favorite chair with a good book. Your new habit, tied to this moment of relaxation, is to gently warm and sip on a comforting mug of high-quality bone broth. So why bone broth? What makes it so special? The source material I'm referencing explains that the goal of making bone broth is to simmer bones for a very long time, anywhere from 10 to 24 hours. This long, slow cooking process does something amazing. It breaks down the bones and connective tissues, releasing a treasure trove of nutrients into the liquid. The most important of these for our foundation is collagen. Think of collagen as the scaffolding or the glue that holds your body together. It's the primary protein that gives structure and strength to your cartilage, ligaments, and tendons.
As we get older, our natural collagen production declines, which can lead to stiffer joints. By sipping on bone broth, you're providing your body with the raw materials to help support and maintain this crucial framework. Strong muscles need a strong chassis to operate on, and that's what healthy joints provide. But there's another profound benefit, perfect for the evening. Bone broth provides a different profile of amino acids than muscle meat. One of the key amino acids it delivers is glycine. The research I'm referencing notes that glycine can potentially help improve your sleep. So that comforting mug of warm broth isn't just a feeling. The glycine within it is actively supporting your body's ability to achieve a more restful and restorative state overnight. Now, you might be thinking, simmering bones for 24 hours sounds like a lot of work. And you're right, it can be. For those who enjoy the process, the source suggests a simple method of simmering bones with a splash of apple cider vinegar, which helps the acid to extract more minerals from the bone. However, for convenience, you can absolutely buy high-quality, pre-made bone broth. When you're at the store, the research suggests looking for brands that use bones from grass-fed, pasture-raised organic animals and ensure they have no added sugar or fillers. The best brands will also mention a long cooking time, often 24 hours, which is a good sign of a nutrient-dense product. So with this final, comforting anchor, you're not just soothing yourself at the end of a long day, you are actively nourishing the deep foundations of your joints with collagen and promoting a more restful and restorative sleep with glycine. Now that you have all 6 anchors, I would love to know, which of these simple habits are you most excited to try first? Let me know in the comments below. Choosing just one is the perfect way to begin.
So there you have it. 6 simple, powerful anchors to tie life-changing nutrition directly into your daily routine. We've covered everything from starting your muscles' ignition in the morning to nourishing the very foundation of your joints in the evening. The real secret to building stronger legs and better health in general isn't about finding the willpower to start some complicated new diet from scratch. It's about being gentle with yourself. It's about finding clever, easy ways to link powerful habits to the routines you already perform on autopilot. You've heard 6 ideas today, but please do not feel like you need to do all 6 tomorrow. The goal here is progress, not perfection. Just look at the list we've discussed and ask yourself, which one feels easiest? Maybe it's boiling those eggs with your morning water. Maybe it's sipping that comforting broth in the evening. Just pick one to start with. Because that is the core belief here at The Simple Health. True, lasting health improvement always starts with the simplest things you can do right now. And of course, before we go, I must leave you with my most important reminder. No matter what your health goals are, whether you use these tips or not, please remember to stay hydrated. Your body, your muscles, and your joints will thank you for it. Drink plenty of water. Thank you so much for spending your valuable time with me today. I hope this was helpful, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next video.